The lights were too white. Sterile. Me. Cold. And yet the warmth of her fingers lingered on my skin like a brand. Even now, with the restraints around my wrists loosened and the electric hum of containment fields quieted, I couldn't forget her touch. Not because it was gentle, but because it wasn't supposed to feel anything at all. Her name was Vael. Dr. Vael Sarana, head of Neural Behavioral Study Unit 6. Xenobiologist. Memory weaver. Alien. To her I was subject 42B male. Human. Emotionally responsive. Unremarkable brain function with unusually strong episodic memory retention. To me, she was the one who stole my mind and taught it how to scream. It started as a blur weeks, maybe months ago. The cell I woke up in was curved and seamless, glowing with pulsing lines. There were no doors, only a translucent wall that sometimes shimmered into opaqueness when I tried too hard to see the creatures beyond it. Vael would visit daily. First behind glass, then closer, then too close. Her features were humanoid enough. Silver skin with a bioluminescent pulse beneath, wide violet eyes with vertical pupils that never blinked, and hair like strands of living mist. She moved with scientific detachment, all observation and documentation. But it was her voice that made her unforgettable. "You will be safe here, Subject 42B, she'd said on the first day. "You're very special. Your memories will help millions." I didn't know what she meant. I barely remembered my name then. Jason, I think. She took that too. Every day she asked me questions. Simple at first. What did you eat on Earth? What does rain feel like? What is grief? Then came the injections. Tiny machines swarming through my blood, untangling my memories. They'd play inside my head like a projector reel. My mother's laughter, my first heartbreak, the way the sky looked after a thunderstorm. They were stolen, catalogued, and watched. Sometimes she'd sit beside me and whisper softly while those machines worked. "You humans love so fiercely," she'd murmur. "So destructively. It's beautiful." I began to think she cared. Maybe that's what they wanted. One night, cycle 221, they took too much. I collapsed, shaking, as if a part of me had been ripped out forcefully. Vael rushed in. Not a technician. Not a drone. "You overexposed him," she snapped at the others. "He's crashing." My vision blurred. I tried to sit up, but my limbs wouldn't move. Only my lips did. "Why do you care?" She looked at me with something strange in her eyes. "I don't," she said. But her hand trembled when it touched my forehead. The next week the experiment stopped. She came alone. No machines. No memory siphons. Vael brought real food. Bread. Fruit. Even something that tasted like coffee. It wasn't Earth coffee, but close enough to make me cry. "Why?" asked. "You needed time to recover." "No," I said. "Why are you being kind to me?" Silence. Then softly. "Because your memories are starting to affect me." And blinked. "You mean, emotionally?" "I mean, dangerously." Vael sat across from me, looking almost ashamed. "I watched your life more times than I should have. Your memories of love, of loss. Began dreaming with your mind. Hearing your mother's lullabies. I started feeling. Isn't that the point of the experiment?" "No. The experiment was to study your memory to emotion transfer rate. Not absorb them." I almost smiled. "So what am I?" "Contagious." Her voice caught. "You were never just a test subject to me, Jason." That was the first time she used my name. We shared a week of silence after that. Not because we had nothing to say, but because we had too much. Then came cycle 238. The alarms screamed at midnight. My door opened. Vael stood there, pale and shaking. They're going to erase you. Recycle your neural map. They say you're compromised. I knew what that meant. Brain wipe. Total memory loss. Permanent. You're helping me escape. I don't know why, she whispered. But I can't let them delete you. We ran. Through white corridors that blurred together. Past stunned technicians. Sirens chased us down each hallway like wolves. But she knew every door code. Every blind spot. By the time we reached the landing bay, my heart was a war drum. She shoved a data shard into my palm. Your memories. All of them. Back them up. When you reach Earth, plug it into your cortex port. You'll remember everything. And you. She glanced back at the dark tunnel behind us. They'll find me. But I'm already infected with you. They'll never get me clean again. I grabbed her hand. You don't have to go back. I do, she said. But maybe one day. Her lips brushed mine. Then she turned and ran into the dark. I woke up on Earth 3 days later. Alone. In a hospital bed. The data shard pulsed softly beside me. Took everything I had to plug it in. The memories came back like lightning. Raw, beautiful, terrifying. Her voice. Her hands. Her guilt. Her kiss. I remembered everything. A year passed. Kept my head down. Told no one the truth. I tried to live a normal life. Coffee in the morning, walks in the park, conversations that didn't end with electrodes. But I couldn't let her go. And then 2 nights ago she came. Not in memory. In flesh. She appeared in my apartment like a storm. You remember, she hissed, eyes glowing too brightly. You remembered everything. Froze. Vael. She looked different. Hollow. Shaken. I told them you were deleted. I lied to protect you. And you activated the shard. You wanted me to remember. I wanted to give you the choice, she shouted, slamming her fist into the wall. And you chose to condemn us both. I stared at her. What are you talking about? They found out, she said, voice breaking. They tracked the shard's activation signal. You remembering exposed me. I'm marked now. I stepped toward her. Why did you come back? Because, she whispered, trembling. I couldn't stop remembering you either. The room fell silent. Then she crumpled. I caught her before she hit the floor. Vael stayed the night. Curled on my couch, shaking from withdrawal. She'd been disconnected from their neural net. Fugitive. Rogue. I made her tea. She hated it. Earth flavors are awful, she muttered. You'll get used to them. She looked at me. I don't deserve this. I turned you into a lab rat. I smiled gently. And I turned you into a person. She flinched at that. I remember every moment, I said. Even the ones you didn't mean to show me. You cried when you watched my father die. She looked away. You didn't just absorb my memories. You lived them. And they changed you. I hate that they did. But you came back. She nodded slowly. I hate that I did that too. But you're here. And that mattered. They'll come for her eventually. For both of us. But we have a plan now. To run. To hide. Maybe to fight. We're fugitives. One human, one ex-scientist alien experimenter. And we carry enough memories between us to collapse a dozen empires. She was supposed to wipe me clean. Instead, I infected her with humanity. She can't forget me. And I will never forget her.